Similar type of question is asked in 2018 question paper, SEM exam question paper. So Mr. So and so obtains the following spot rates. In the given problem, they have given the spot rate and the foreign exchange rate is between Canadian dollar and sterling pound. Now they are saying per sterling pound. That means 1 sterling pound is equals to Canadian dollar 2.3525 is the bid price. 1 sterling pound is equals to Canadian dollar 2.3525. So we are discussing about relative version of purchase power parity theory. Now, in the given quotation, it is the two-way quotation. 1 sterling pound is equals to Canadian dollar 2.3525 and 2.3560 is the ask price. To identify which one is the home country and which one is the home currency, this is the direct quotation. If we see this, 1 sterling pound, the quoted currency is Canadian dollar, it is given. So with the help of direct quotation concept, we consider Canada as the home country and Canadian dollar is the home currency. The first step to solve such type of problem is to identify which one is the home country and which one is the home currency. So if you write the quotation in this manner, 1 sterling pound is equals to Canadian dollar 2.3525. Now we got the quoted currency as a variable, and this quoted currency we consider as home country or home currency, that is Canada in this particular problem. Now they are asking Mr. So and so gets all this information. He gets the spot rate, he gets the inflation in both the country. Since it is related to relative version of purchase power parity theory, we have to have inflation rate in both the countries. So now the country Canada, home country, is having 7% inflation rate, and in UK, in London, it is 9%. So home country we have considered as Canada. In home country, 7% is the inflation rate. Now, the bank also gives certain information related to 6 months forward rate is 50/40. It is the swap point, 50/40. Since it is in decreasing order, 50 and 40, we have to deduct it from the spot rate. Now, they are asking whether is there any equilibrium between bank rate and actual bank rate and expected market rate. After 6 months, what happens? If we consider the inflation rate, expected market rate will be something, and the bank is providing certain swap point. We have to calculate forward rate on the basis of given swap point. So we have to compare these two rates. They are asking in the first part of the question, is there equilibrium between market rate and actual bank rate? Now, if so and so person intends to sell or buy 1000 sterling pound after 6 months, which rate do you suggest? Whether bank rate is profitable to him or market rate is profitable to him? Let us solve such type of problem. Let us solve this problem anyway. Mr. Rajesh obtains the following rate. So, the expected or anticipated market rate, expected market rate with the help of given information, bid price P1 is equals to P0 multiplied by 1 plus IH divided by 1 plus IF. So P1 is equals to P0. In the given quotation, bid price is Canadian dollar 2.3525. 2.3525 multiplied by 1 point. Inflation in home country is 7%. That is 1 plus 7%. 7%, 1 plus 0.07. So 1.07 divided by 1 point. It is 9% in UK. 1.09. So P1, that is the bid price, is equals to So P1 bid price is 2.3093. Now the ask price, you can say it as P2 is equals to ask price given in the problem is 2.3560 multiplied by inflation in home country 7%, in Canada it is 7% and 9% in UK. So the ask price 1.07 divided by 1.09 multiplied by 2.3560. So the ask price in the given problem, ask price is 2.3127. So that means 2.3093 Canadian dollar per sterling pound is the bid price and the ask price. So the expected market rate, we can say 1 sterling pound is equals to Canadian dollar. The bid price is 2.3093 oblique 3127. Hope you can see this. So the bid price Canadian dollar 2.3093 per sterling pound and 2.3127 is the ask price per sterling pound. Fine. So this is the expected market rate if we consider inflation rate in both the country. Now what about bank actual rate? The actual bank rate if you can't see there, I am rewriting 1 sterling pound actual market rate, expected market rate is 1 sterling pound is equals to Canadian dollar 2.3093 2.3127 is the ask price. Now actual bank rate we need to calculate. This is the expected market rate if we consider inflation in both Canada as well as UK. Now the bank provides certain information related to 6 months forward rate. Spot rate given is 2.3525. This is 2.3560 in the given problem. So the bank swap point is given 50/40. That is, since it is in decreasing order, we have to deduct it from the spot rate. Less 6 month swap is 0.0050, 0.0040. 2.3520 is the bank ask price and 2.3475 is the bid price, that is 6 month forward rate. Now the expected market rate after 6 months, this is also after 6 months, it is 1 sterling pound is equals to Canadian dollar 2.3093 oblique 2.3127. That is the expected market rate if we consider inflation rate in both the country. Now the actual bank rate, actual 6 months bank forward rate is 2.3475 oblique 2.3520. Now if he intends to Actual bank rate we have calculated is 1 sterling pound Canadian dollar 2.3475 oblique 2.3520. So both the rates we have calculated. One is anticipated market rate after adjusting inflation rate with the spot rate, and another one is the bank rate. Now we have these two rates with us. This is rate 1, this is rate 2. Now they are asking to calculate in the problem if he intends to buy or sell 1000 sterling pound. So what happens if he buys it at the market rate and if he buys same sterling pound at the bank rate? Now, if he buys 1000 sterling pound at market rate, he has to pay per sterling pound. If he is the buyer, market is the seller. So market sells at ask price always. So market's selling price, that is market's ask price is 2.3127. So that is for single sterling pound, if he is buying from the market at the market rate, per sterling pound he has to pay 2.3127 Canadian dollar. Now he intends to buy 1000 sterling pound, so he has to pay Canadian dollar. This currency symbol is very important while we solving in some exam question paper. So Canadian dollar he intends to buy 1000 sterling pound, he has to pay 2312.7 Canadian dollar. Now if he buys at market rate, what happens if he buys 1000 sterling pound at bank rate? So bank's ask price is 2.3520. That is equals to Canadian dollar 2352. Since he is the buyer, since Mr. So and so person is the buyer, there are two options available with him. He is buying sterling pound, 1000 sterling pound. If he buys it at the market rate, he has to pay 2312 Canadian dollar. If he buys it from the bank, he has to pay Canadian dollar 2352. So which one is the better price? If we are the buyer, we look for lower rate. So which one is the lower here? Market, it is 2312. Bank, it is 2352. So the lower price is this one. So conclusion, hope you can see this. If he buys at market rate, he saves 40 Canadian dollar. Because if he buys it from the bank, he has to shell out 2,352 Canadian dollar. Same Canadian dollar he buys at the market rate, he has to pay only 2,312 Canadian dollar. Now the difference between these two, if he buys it at the lower rate, he saves 40 Canadian dollar. That's what they are asking. Now what happens if he sells? If he buys, we suggest market. That's what they are asking in the question. Which rate would you suggest? So as a conclusion, you can write, we suggest buying at market rate because he can save Canadian dollar 40. Now, if he sells 1000 sterling pound at market rate, the rate market buys from Mr. So and so. So he is selling 1000 sterling pound. So he is the seller, individual is the seller, and market is the buyer. So if market buys at bid price is 2.3093. That is 2309 Canadian dollar. And if he sells 1000 sterling pound at bank rate, banker's buying price, that is bid price of the bank, is 2.3475. That is 2347. Now, if he, since this person is a seller, he look for greater price. So if he sells at the market rate, he gets 2,309 Canadian dollar. If he sells to the banker, he gets 2,347. So since he is the seller, he look for greater price. The greater price in the given problem is 2,347. So we suggest he should sell to the banker. If he sells to the banker, the gain will be the gain will be 38 Canadian dollar. That means if you are suggesting him, if you are insisting him to sell, he has two options, where he can sell it to the market and he can sell it to the particular banker. Now if he sells 1000 sterling pound to the market, he gets 2309. If he sells same 1000 sterling pound to the banker, he gets 2347 Canadian dollar, which is 38 Canadian dollar more than the market rate. So we suggest he should sell it to the banker. So this is how we solve such type of problem, and conclusion is very important. You have to include one more sentence here, that we suggest Mr. Rajesh to sell 1000 sterling pound to the banker because the gain from this transaction will be 38 Canadian dollars. Thank you.